How's it going, guys? Interact here, and just a little quick announcement. No videos until the 6th of August. I'll it, hey, I just posted a video, and it should be. I will put a link on somewhere around here, above here, something I guess. Around here that kind of explains why I won't be able to upload for a few days, and just check it out and. I won't be able to upload anything during the weekend while I'm gone, but, click the link here. I'm pretty sure I'll label it somewhere, but click the link and, it will explain, how come we're not uploading on the weekend right now. So, hopefully you guys can understand, but, how about we just start into this? So recently we just got Lily's Path. We just, it was Kenji warned us about how Lilly could be something dangerous. Like always, we are shopping for Hanako's gift, and we run into Akira's sister again, and Hideki, or as what Dane says, Haiduken. We met him, and now we're in an alleyway. That's not a good sign, as what I think. So why not we start it off? In a little while, we come to a small shop beside a convenience store. For once, the store windows aren't filled with electronics and computer games, but dolls, stuffed bears, and all manners of wood-crafted oddities. Othello's Antiques? An antique store. Well, if there's anything in this town that suit Hanako, I guess it'd be here. I reached for the old-looking door handle, but pulled back at the last minute as I realized my companion's gone adrift. Not coming in? I'll just be in the newsstand for a while, don't mind me. There you go again with the stupid triangle. His voice makes it painfully clear as he has zero interest in what's in the store, and that he doesn't feel obligated to follow me. Smart kid. As he wanders off without another word, I push the thick wooden door and enter the store, a bell above me ringing out. Ding ding, we've already been through here. The musty smell of old books and wooden shelves is distinctly anachronistic. There we go, said it. Hate this. I look to the counter beside the door. The graying man behind it sits there silently reading a tattered book. He certainly fits the look of the place. Slowly wandering through the aisles, the person I'm reminded of as I inspect each handcrafted or imported oddity in turn isn't Hanako. Crouching down, I examine the ancient oak desk inside the shop window. Watch him, rip you off. At least 30 dolls. 30 dolls, all varying wildly in size and make. The only similarity between them is the long Victorian dresses they wear. I turn the price tag of one that looks to be waist height. It's not in my price bracket at all. I do the same to each of them, getting more and more depressed as they get smaller and smaller in size. So if the smaller they get, the more expensive they get. That makes sense. That is, until I reach the very smallest one. It's affordable, just yet of quality make, and with long auburn hair and a little blue dress. I decide that it's the kind of person Hanako would appreciate. Pretty looking and far from gaudy. After I carefully pick it up, I decide to keep looking around the store. I'm not sure whether it's because I like the atmosphere or out of a simple curiosity. Don't tell me in Lily's Path it's gonna switch the gifts, so I get her the doll and Lily gets the chuckers. I swear to God if that happens. Peeking around the corner before I go to the next aisle, I see that the shelves in this one are stocked with wooden toys, from toy cars to intricate automatons. Oh, what is that? Okay, it's just a box. Come on, dude. Tucked behind a line of nutcrackers, I notice a little plain wooden box. It feels surprisingly light as I pick it up with my free hand. What? Is it weird? This song is I feel like this song is really childish, I guess, but it gives me a good feeling though, and yeah, it's creepy. Yeah, – That's too many creepy games for me. Don't tell me it's gonna repeat. I'm just listening. The lid only needs the smallest movement to pop open. The little metal drum inside beginning to rotate immediately. For seconds on end, I simply stand there and listen to the palm-sized melody. As it plays, I take the tiny price tag in my fingers and bring it up to my face. The minuscule cursive writing taking some effort to read. It's affordable. Sort of. Nope. I close it. Grimacing slightly, I close the lid and make my way to the counter with the doll and music box in hand. When I lay the two on the counter, the man behind it sits up and takes stock of them. He doesn't hide very well. He is as surprised as anyone of my age buying them. It's painful, but I hand over the money for the two and I leave the store with a small opaque bag in hand. Hideki being there takes me by surprise. Oh, hi, I thought you'd be at the newsstand. Akira gave me a call. She's waiting for us at the fountain with Lilly. At least that solves the issue of trying to find them again. We gotta find the monument, the big P. We head off back to the fountain. Hideki's immaculate posture and presentation, despite his appearance, makes for a strange contrast even as we walk. Again, that face. Lilly and Akira stand there waiting for us. Their face is hard to read. I'm gonna need to adjust myself in this seat. Oh, hey, you ready to go, shorty? Yeah, shorty. Hideki's mood seems to improve as he rejoins her. See you, Lilly. Hisao, tell Hanako I said happy birthday. Well, we will. Bye. Goodbye, Akira. Okay. Oh, she does not look happy. She does not look happy. And with that, the two disappear into the fracas of the afternoon city crowd. Turning to Lilly, I notice she's carrying a small bag. It's now that I realize why her disposition felt different from before. While Lily's typically the type to wear her emotions on her sleeve. What? Her expression and tone are clouded and difficult to read. It's more than a little off-putting, but given the effort she's making to hide her emotions, I doubt she wants to be cornered on why she's feeling this way. Already bought Hanako a present? Yes, have you? Yeah, don't tell me you got a chest set. I swear to God, if she gets a chest set, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. Shall we head back to the bus stop then? Okay. There should be a bus back to Yamaku pretty soon. And with that, we begin to walk. Again, you're really close. It feels strange compared to before. Lily's hand on my forearm feels unusually tense and the whole atmosphere is extraordinarily awkward. Awkward. The silence continues for a long while. I really don't like seeing her like this. Hanaka's birthday party is going to have to be held earlier. Is the 4th going to be alright with you? I have no problem. No problem. No other possible obligations anyways, so I reflexively nod. Only afterwards do I remember that doing so is pointless and quickly answer so by speech. Wow, you're such a dick. There's a blind joke right there. Hey, you know, when we gotta move Hanaka's birthday to the 4th. Yeah, nod your head. Oh, wait a second. She tries to collect herself, a task that looks almost pitiable in how plain it is to see how distant her thoughts are. Sorry, Hisao. You said the bus would be coming soon, right? That's right. But now that she says that, I have an idea. Actually, do you have anything to do later today? I don't believe so. Why do you ask? This is the point where I normally take your hand and rush you somewhere, but even without that, you will have to trust me, okay? I take her hand and gently lead her on, her distant face replaced by one of mild surprise and curiosity. Nope, still unamused. Oh, we're back. Don't tell me you're gonna get her a keychain, phone chain thing too. As the waitress sets the cup of tea and cup of coffee that I'd ordered onto the table, I thank her before she takes her leave. Truth be told, I really lucked out in finding this cafe. I didn't really know where I was going. Rather, I was just looking for any cafe that looked relatively nice. How would she see? There you go again, another blind joke. Having managed to recover a little, Lilly tentatively sips at her cup as I take a long gulp of the coffee in front of me. As I hoped, her face lights up as she realizes what flavor it is. Ah, this is wonderful! Wonderful! Wunderbar! Hisao, how did you know that this was? I asked for French vanilla black tea. Hedging my bets that it would be her favorite flavor, or at least one she liked. Well, I don't really know much about tea. It sounded like one she might appreciate. Yeah, because it's a freaking long title. On the basis of her liking vanilla ice cream, a tea connoisseur, I am definitely not. I can't believe I said that word. It was a lucky guess. You really like tea, don't you? She puts the teacup down and gives a tiny nod, that familiar small smile, thankfully perched on her face once again. She's happy. She's happy. Drinking tea is calming, I think. With the amount you drink, are you sure you're not addicted to it? Caffeine addiction is pretty common nowadays. Did I ever say I wasn't? Oh. Shit's about to go down. She let out a giggle as my head drops. We all have our vices, I suppose, and there are worse things to be addicted to. Yeah, like drugs. French vanilla black tea, huh? I'll have to remember that. For a while, we both silently drink. It's comforting to have someone like her nearby. In such new surroundings, even if it's just the two of us sitting in silence. And she's blind. I begin to wonder if this feeling is the same for her, until she sets down her cup. Hisao, do you mind if I ask you a slightly odd question? I swear to God if she asks about what am I going to do with my future. That depends on the question, I guess. I was wondering, oh, okay, that was completely off, alright. Wait, what? I was wondering what your favorite color is. Everyone has one after all. My color is white. Well, actually, I don't know, I think it's like between, most likely neon. People think it's neon, but it's most likely white or blue. White or blue, somewhere around there. I almost replied before realizing why the seemingly mundane question is actually quite strange. My favorite color? But she gives a pouting look. Oh, there's that smudge look. Okay, wanting me to answer anyway. While the answer seems unavoidably wasted on her, there isn't any harm in giving it. I've always had a thing for green. I'd say that's my favorite. No! Green is it? What things do you think of when contemplating that color? Are you trying to be a psychiatrist to me? I suppose grass fields and trees in summer. The army as well with camouflage. Oh, you're a smart boy. Men always seem to like the military. Seems like it, since I was planning on actually joining the military, but, you know, that got shut down. But, legitimately. But that sounds like a nice color. A very nice color. She nods her head a little as if approving of the choice. Considering how foreign the concept of color is to her mind, labeling it as associations seem reasonable enough. If everyone has a favorite color, then what's yours? White. Okay, she became my favorite all of a sudden. I'm told that's the color of snow and of ice cream. You're no better than me then. If you only like that color because of a favorite food, I guess white is nice too, though. And rice. Rice is white. And speaking of colors, it'll be getting dark soon. Let me help you up. Lilly offers her hand, which I've taken mine to help lever her up from her seat at the table. Its softness compared to mine takes me off guard, as I'm really not used to such casual contact. It doesn't seem to bother her at all though, while it seems obvious why. It feels like just one more ladylike aspect to her. As her hand moves to her pocket, I quickly cut her off. Don't worry, I'll pay for this. Oh, thank you, Hisao. Well, there goes your allowance for the week. She gives an earnest smile at the gesture, a reward much greater than that of her words. Oh, great, don't tell me we run into Rin. By the time we step off the bus, it's well and truly dark. Oh man, that's so creepy. We make our way up the hill in silence, both of us behaving a little awkwardly, probably because of the day's events. While I'm still concerned over Lily's withdrawn nature after meeting with her sister, the fact that I managed to cheer her up even slightly feels like a personal victory. Victory! But it feels like the air between us has changed. Oh, you felt that air. You felt it before. Maybe it's only a bit, but it's something I don't think either of us realized before. That was a date, wasn't it? What? It was. That doesn't elude either of us, the question's answer being so self-evident as to be rhetorical. I was gonna say something different, but I realized it was rhetorical. Rhetorical spells weird. It's spelled weird. Okay, I guess one of my neighbor is back from his trip. Awkward as it may be, I don't think this feeling is bad. In fact, quite the opposite. I don't know what it is, I certainly can't be sure, but it feels like something a little more than friendship. Understanding? Empathy? Searching for words is adequately describe it is difficult, nonetheless. Would you like to do this again sometime, Lily? Without shopping for presents? The tentative question is met with the same look from Lily as before. Her pale skin makes the rosy tint of her cheeks just slightly more noticeable, and her face. Her face! But her face! Though still pointed to the street ahead of her, lowers just a little. Okay. Whoa! Congratulations! You get it, a pat on the back and a loading screen. I still have Africa on my hand. Alright, cool. Just my uncles because I've been sitting here for like a bit. Okay, I walk down the hall of the girls' dormitories, my school bag in hand. Well, that's weird. A doll lies inside, carefully placed on top of a small box. I've been carrying the box in there for a while now, still not sure of what to do with it. This whole situation, come to think of it, is bizarre. While I've known for Hanako's upcoming birthday party for a while now, I had no idea of exactly what the celebrations would be until I found a single note left in the abandoned tea room earlier today. I hold it up and read it again, double checking the instructions. The plain black handwriting's fairly legible despite Lily's blindness. Clearly thanks to considerable effort and care. Hisao, we'll be holding a party at my place. Please come at 6 o'clock to room 225 in the girls' dormitory. Sorry for not notifying you this way, but I'll have class representative duties, Lily. Duty! Lily Sato. God damn it, train. Freaking every time, 11 o'clock, 11:40 train just comes in, it's like, hey, I'm gonna fuck shit up and then crash into my house and stuff. Not reassured, I continue walking down the hallway until I reach Lily's dormitory room. I hesitate for a second, but eventually give 3 sharp taps on the door. A brief and muffled exchange of words can be heard from the other side. Listening closer, I can just pick out Hanako and Lily's voices. As they finish, Lily calls out, "Might that be Hisao?" "Yep, I got the note you left me." "You can come in, the door's unlocked." "That's not good." Glad that I managed to get the right room, I press down on the handle and let myself in. Oh my god, freaking... okay, the instant he opens the door and lets himself in, every time I think of that, I just think about Hisao just running into a random door, opening it. It's like, hey, you guys want a hot dog? Oh god, that definitely reminds me a lot of Hanako's path all of a sudden. Because I just made that stupid joke because he just walked in and when Hanako never realized that until it was like, hey, how you doing? You want a hot dog? You want a free hot dog? You want a hot dog in a blanket? As the door swings open, my greeting to them is stolen from my mouth. Oh yeah, kinda remember that. Okay. Lily sits at a low table in the center of the room in her pajamas, while on the other side sits Hanako in a nightgown. That was a really loud car. I don't think that belongs to the neighbors. Being dressed in only my normal school clothes, I feel quite out of place. I steal a quick glance at the lovely side of the two, my eyes tearing themselves from Lily's long, thin, and pale legs, only with a measure of reluctance. Hi, I think I brought everything that was needed. Did you bring the cake? If you forget the cake, you're screwed. She smiles and nods. I wonder if she's even aware of the pleasant sight she makes. The thin dark blue silk of her... I think I already read this before. This seems so... It looks like deja vu all over again. Of her pajamas really suits her, accentuating both her eyes and her curves. Oh great, now you're looking at her curves. Friggin' the only curve you're going to be looking at is her smile. Ass. The look of her last... God dang. The look of her last night. That tentative and almost shy demeanor seems all but replaced by her coy nature. It's nice to see her confidence return, though I can't help casting my mind back to how she looked back then. Why? Wait. I'm not surprised. I look to Hanako, who nervously sits opposite in her own gown. It isn't a surprise that she'd wear something so conservative, though it definitely looks cute. Hi Hanako. Happy birthday. Early birthday. Thank you. She's unusually skittish, despite the fact that she's warmed up to me considerably over the weeks. Okay, how long has it? Over weeks? It's been like, what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks. You call that weeks? We come to know each other. This is a pretty unusual situation, I guess. Feel free to take a seat, Hisao. I'll just pour you two some tea. Sure thing. Oh crap, no, why are you leading the blind girl? We're getting poured tea, that's like, you're screwed. Lily takes a steaming red teapot from the side of the table and gently pours its contents into our teacups, and I take a seat beside them, setting my back against the nearby wall. With my senses returned and hormones somewhat calmer. Calm yourself. I realize that this is the first time I've ever been in Lily's room. And it's not going to be the last. The first thing I notice is the ambient smell, just slightly different from that in mine. Probably faint perfume or nail polish. It could be anything of a girl's, really. Another is the plain nature of the room. Visually, beige walls, a small yet unadorned cabinet. The lack of posters or wall hangings is distinctly utilitarian. Something I should have anticipated given her blind. Yeah, you ask. The only thing that really seems out of the ordinary is several piles of books sitting on the floor, which each reaching from roughly knee height to waist height. Wow, that's a lot of books. Some of them have printed titles. Others are entirely blank except for dots of braille. The fact that the ones with printed titles are unformedly in English is interesting. Though not completely unexpected, she did mention her parents impressing their language upon her and a cure after all. Your room looks nice, Lily. Yeah, mumble to yourself. I hear a call of thanks from beside my shoulder. Looking back to Hanako, her gaze is fixed on her lap and her hands are nervously clutching her gown. This is her room? Okay, now I'm completely lost now. I thought her room was white. Alright, cool. It's now that I notice why, with these clothes on, the extent of her scarring is far more visible, reaching down her neck and out to cover her right shoulder. Well, crap. Considering that this is a party for her, she doesn't really look like she's enjoying the experience now that I'm here. Oh, that's a bad idea. So how old are you turning? 18? Her look of surprise, not at all helped by her little lack of skill at hiding her feelings, shows that she was trying to mentally tune me out. This is really quite awkward. Yes. On the plus side, there's only 2 more years until you can drink, so who's older? You or Lily? Lily, she had her birthday in February. What about yours? Hey, at least you're starting conversation. I think she seems more happy in this arc. And I think a bug died somewhere. Why did it die? Earlier this year, so it's already passed. Unstated is that it passed while I was stuck in the hospital. That was a particularly low point of the experience. Of course, you're in the hospital, of course. Conversation with her dries up as quickly as expected. It isn't long before Lily's finished preparing our drinks, setting down the 3 teacups in front of us. Don't tell me we get drunk again. I pick mine up, immediately noticing a much stronger aroma and taste than the tea we've been having. Huh. It tastes different than the tea we have in school. It's a different variety, rather than the kind we've been having there. You've never tasted orange japer before? Not that I can remember. I usually drink coffee after all, like when we were in town. This is nice though. Very nice. Very good quality. God damn it, Juan. As we settle down and sip, Hanako seems to become more relaxed, or at least a bit less tense with my presence. We all finish our cups at about the same time, with Hanako failing rather badly at hiding her anticipation for the cake that's sitting on to the side. Fuck. Okay, you did not forget who got the cake that's sitting to the side, beginning to be eaten. Oh, begging to be eaten. Come to think of it, I'm feeling very eager myself. First though, Lily? Yes, now it's good. Now is a good time to do something. Okay, I don't like that. Each of us knowing exactly what the other means, I lean sideways and dig around in my bag for the doll. I bought Hanako as Lily gets up and retrieves her gift. I swear to God, if it's a car. Freaking car keys or something. Hiding our gifts in our hands, we present them both on the table at the same time. Happy birthday! Hey! Hanako silently sits looking at them for 4 seconds on end, out of sheer surprise. Okay, why is the chair like all of a sudden like smoothly moving? Okay, cool, thanks chair. A little wooden doll, replete with Victorian era dress and little hat, lies next to a light brown and fluffy stuffed bear from Lilly. Bear. I guess she can't bear it. Okay, I should really stop with these stupid jokes. She clutches at her gown as she moves to speak, not taking her eyes off the modest presents. Thank you, Lilly and Hisao. Oh, okay, what? What was it like stupid dark in the middle and like was that supposed to be a transition? I'm sorry if I'm cracking up at the emotional moment, but I can't take it seriously if it was like blackness and then it took a while to actually like fill its duty. God dang, I shouldn't have said duty. Just made this weird. Her voice begins to crack as Lilly reaches forward, wrapping her in a soft embrace. The sight of Hanako holding Lilly tightly is heartwarming, so much so that I couldn't wipe the smile off my face, even if I wanted to. See, look, you get to see curves. Look at that curve. Smile. As Lilly gently rests her face on Hanako's head, she speaks so quietly and softly that I can barely hear. Happy birthday, Hanako. Happy birthday. Oh yeah, just the guy, just there. Hanako gives a small nod, holding onto Lilly for a time before breaking off and wiping an eye. I guess that for Hanako, simply having anyone to be there and love her would be special. The fact that Lilly and I can now share that role for her is something I think I will always be grateful for. Whoa! Oh my god, that doll looks so lost. That doll looks so lost. I'm being this serious, like, where am I? Hanako gently takes the doll and teddy bear, holding them both to her chest as she warmly smiles. For a long time, all three of us simply sit in happy silence. The quiet is not broken until Lily's soft voice beckons. Shall we have at the cake then? For her proposal is met with the two looks of unhidden anticipation. No arguments from me. Okay. Wait a second. Wasn't Akira supposed to come in? Phew. That was good. Wait, why do you say... Wait, what? I contently sit back, both Lilly and Hanako looking just as satisfied with the food as I. It took some effort, but we managed to finish off the cake in one go. I don't think I can fit any more in. I think next time I'll buy a small... Okay, it was Lilly who bought the cake. Hanako gave a... What? What did I say? It was like some random gibberish. Hanako and I gave a chuckle, but I can't help noticing it that come to this time next year, we'll be graduated from Yamaku. Wait a second. I thought you said you were senior. That fact is somewhat depressing since I finally feel as if my life is starting to get back into some kind of order. Order in the court. Idly looking around Lily's neat and orderly room. Order. Her books catch my eye once again. This may be a little impetuous, but my curiosity gets the better of me. Besides, I don't think she'll mind in any case. Hey Lilly, do you mind if I take a look at one of your books? You're quite welcome to, Hisao. That said, if you can overcome 2 language barriers, I will be quite impressed. 2? Braille and... Oh right, English. She gives a nod. I knew you were studying English, but I'm still amazed that you're this proficient at it. One could say it's a perfect way to avoid people borrowing my collection. Oh, she means you. That's not good. She says it in jest, but I am a little disappointed having all these books around me with no way of reading them feels like one big tease. Oh, what a tease. Hanako giggles quietly as I reach over the closest pile, plucking the topmost book with a cursory glance. Death on the Nile? In large letters on the cover is the only printed text to be seen. Now that's not... Oh. I sit down for a while with the book open on my lap as Lilly and Hanako talk. Try as I might to feel out the dots of braille printed on each page, they seem to blend into one another and become indistinct. I thought this would be a lot easier than it actually is. With some practice though, I could see someone with a better sense of touching than mine managing to read at a pretty fast speed. It's like reading with your finger. Kindergarten stuff right there. Noticing a silence that had probably begun earlier, I look up from the dotted pages to see Lilly as Hanako sips another cup of tea. Oh wait, smiling or see? Is something wrong? Quite the opposite. Your curiosity is quite enduring. Wait, how do you know? I am inordinate. I can't do this. I cannot do this. I'm inordinately pleased by the praise, though I can feel my cheeks heating up a little. But I don't know how else I could act. To be honest, I wasn't altogether sure of how you saw us. Since you were a new transfer student from another school, if you pitied us, I would have been quite offended. Oh. Serious? Oh crap. Hanako was like, no. There's a certain edge to Lily's voice, one that I quite possibly place as pride. Glancing over to Hanako, she seems even more subdued than usual, looking towards Lilly rather than me. I wouldn't worry about that, considering the position I found myself in. I'm perhaps the last person that should be dispensing pity on others. My parents' first interactions with me after my heart attack, I wouldn't want anyone to see that kind of face. I catch myself from going any further, but not soon enough. Oh, not soon enough. Both of the girls seem to be put off, Lilly especially. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have gone that far. You took it over the belt. Wait, over the belt, okay. Over the line, I didn't mean to say belt. An awkward silence reigns for a few beats. Thankfully, and then as Lily's head perks up in a gesture I've come to easily recognize. Hear something? The door. Somebody walked in. You're in trouble, boy. Everyone looks towards it, trusting in Lily's senses. True enough, the door handle shudders and turns. A flash of yellow and black slipping through. Okay, kinda thought of it. Akira Sato is in the... I did not expect that to happen. I'm not reading that. Happy birthday, Hanako. Thank you. Akira... Fuck. Okay, so if we were in... I kind of remember from Hanako's. We walked in basically like this, but Akira was actually in there before, I think. No, wait, no, she was there, but she was knocking on the door. So, I guess I'm pretty put off by that. Akira takes a seat at the table as she plops her tall bag beside her. She has her trademark boisterous air about her, making no small deal of her entrance. Hanako clutches her gown to steady herself, but doesn't appear too shaken after she settles down. I guess she must have met Akira before, not a huge surprise given how close Akira and Lilly are. Akira doesn't seem to be the least bit put off by Hanako's scarring, despite its prominence, but she also doesn't pull any punches in how she acts despite Hanako's shy nature. I thought you said you had work. You have to work, Akira. Did you manage to get off for a while? Kinda. I feel bad about ditching you the guys doing overtime, so I gotta get back soon. But I felt bad about not coming to your cute little Hanako's birthday too so far. So for now I'm here. She grins widely at Hanako, who flowers into a full blush as she pins her eyes down towards her lap. Her mouth seems to widen and retract over and over as if she was trying to suppress a smile out of embarrassment. It's a little strange how her reaction seems to be more immediate and forceful than when she's embarrassed by the way she looks. All she manages to give in return is a tiny nod, failing to hide her appreciation to any great extent. Not that many people give her a positive attention. I suppose it makes me respect her, how well Akira can handle her. Making her so happy compared to what little I could do. Yeah, because you're just that guy who just came in and was like, hey, can I have lunch with you guys? Now then, before I go, she reaches into the bag beside her and grandly displays its contents. Oh great, we're back for this. 1991! Out come two large glass bottles, both with long French names on the labels. I can't say that. Hanuko's expression is an odd mix of surprise and curiosity, and I suspect mine is no different. Lilly, not seeing the proceedings, is oblivious to what's going on. Akira, that isn't... What is it? Wine, one red, one white. Akira, that's... Relax. It's not like Shizune's here to scold. Oh! Lilly has a point. That's not exactly allowed on campus. Or anywhere, really. We're still short of the legal drinking age, remember? Rich words for someone particularly drooling as they examine a bottle. She got me there. I am genuinely interested in trying some. Even just a little. While Hanako may not be handling one herself, her looks does tell me that she's far from opposed to the notion as well. Lilly rubs her forehead, giving up the fight that she knows Akira would win due to simply not caring enough about those funny rules and regulations. Well, she does look like a rule breaker, because she freaking broke the rule right here. She just don't breathe a word of this to anyone in the school. Please, I beg you. Beg of you. I'm not stupid, don't worry. That said, I gotta get back to work pretty soon. So soon? But you only just arrived. Sorry, Lilly. Ow. Good to see you two again. Oh, see you two again though, and you, Hisao. She looked depressed. See you later then. Goodbye, Akira. She levels herself up with a grunt and waltzed out of the room, leaving us alone with the two items on the table. Kinda reminds me of Emmy Pickle just waltz around the problem. Interesting. Lilly gives a nervous giggle at her sister's antics as Hanako takes a wine bottle. So, what do you think, Lilly? She rests her elbow on the table and pinches the bridge of her nose. Thinking things through, she really doesn't seem to be able to keep up with her sister. Well, it's already here. We may as well have some. No sooner does she say it that I take a quick glance around the room for glasses. Oh, okay. A small groan above me reminds me that Lilly retired to rest on her bed a few minutes ago. Almost completely drained of energy, I managed to stand up and drag myself to the side of the bed, sitting down and leaning my back against it. Good God! That's so terrible. Lilly's groan sounds lifeless. Too much to drink? Wait, what's Hanako? My head hurts. Yeah, too much to drink. I rest my head back and idly stare at the ceiling. What an unmitigated disaster. Like proper idiots, we all drank the night away with one glass after another. Hanako simply fell to the side asleep, and it's a miracle I don't feel as ill as Lilly. Hey Hisao, I'm sorry about today. I didn't think this would happen. It's fine, Lilly. To tell the truth, I had a lot of fun today. Yeah, because you got drunk. Really? I think Hanako did too. No, she certainly did. There's a short silence before another groan resounds from the supine Lilly. You okay? As you said, I just drank too much. What's the time? The time? It's... I quickly look at my wristwatch. Its numerals barely legible in the gloom. About midnight. Well, it is about midnight here, so too bad for you. Curfew's in effect then. Yeah, I guess that's much. We'll have to sleep here for tonight. As I say, I hear the sheets moving as Lilly starts to sit up. Hanako. Oh no, go back to sleep. Oh no, don't try to get up. Hisao, I have to. You're in worse shape than me in any stretch. Get some rest. But what about... I'll grab some spare blankets and put them over her, don't worry. As I give a deep yawn and strand to retrieve them, I hear her lie back down with a soft thud. Thank you, Hisao. No problem, it's the least I can do. You look outright wasted. Wasted! I'm not wasted, just a little bit tired. She starts pouting, a slight slur of beginning to distort her words as the alcohol takes hold of her again. I grab a couple of blankets rolled up at the end of her bed. Quietly walking over to Hanako, I carefully lay the blankets over her peacefully sleeping figure, making sure not to wake her up. The thick smell of alcohol coming from off her breath makes me doubt she'd wake up, no matter what I did, though. I stand and take one last measure of the room. 2 girls, both very drunk, and 1 guy sleeping overnight with them in the female student's dorm. What a scandal that'd be if it broke out. Yeah, it'd be... I heard laughter outside. As I moved to sit back down at the side of the bed, I stole one last glance at Lilly. Her sprawling disabled figure lies resting peacefully slightly turned to the side. I crouched down to get a better look. That's not creepy. Why are you even looking at her? That's so creepy. I don't remember there being a window there too. When was there a window there? What is this? This is like, there's no window. Apparently there's moonlight coming down. The white skin blends in with the white pillow over the bed. A look of slumber-born peacefulness on her face. Usually she seems so confident and forward, always there and caring for Hanako. Now though, she seems painfully delicate. I think back to Hanako's presence. I thought it'd be a nice occasion for her, but I'd hardly expected it to be so moving. One birthday after another, year after year. She and Lilly all alone. I guess it wasn't just the presents she liked. Resigning myself to an uncomfortable sleep, I sit down at the side of the bed once again and rest my tired arms beside me. Hey Hisao, ow. Lilly's voice is so quiet I can barely hear it. She must be on the verge of sleep. Yeah? Thank you. Thank you for what? For being here. That's okay. As I hear a deep breath, it's obvious Lilly's gone to sleep. After closing my eyes, it doesn't take long for slumber to take me as well. Oh no, don't tell me you sleep right next to her. Loading screen, come on. Oh, Hisao? Hisao, are you the soft oh. Oh no. Barely audible voice lingering in my ear slowly wakes me. I wish I could be awoken like this more often. Ah. With a mumble, I slowly open my... Whoa! Taken by surprise at the face hovering curiously mere millimeters from mine, I take our heads collide with a harsh thud. The impact of our foreheads causes both of us to fall backwards and yelp in pain. Lilly sounded more like a squeak toy than a person. Ow, ow, ow. I slowly rub my head. I rub my forehead with one hand, supporting myself with the other. Lilly lies a few feet ahead, doing just the same, her face obviously pained. Sorry, your face was kinda close and I acted on reflex. Are you okay? So you headbutt people! Okay, so if Emmy was supposed to run down in the hall and you see her, you take her by surprise, so like, headbutt! My head. Oh, it seems she's not actually okay. Come to think of it, I doubt that the impact alone is what's causing her head so much pain. Hangover? You drank a fair bit last night. She silently nods in confirmation as I lower myself up. I offer a hand to her and help her back onto her feet. Glancing behind her, I find that Hanako's still fast asleep. Wow. You know, I highly doubt I'll ever get drunk, but I'm pretty sure if I go to sleep, I'm just dead. Because I'm a deep sleeper, so nothing won't wake me up unless I wake myself up. I don't know how I managed to do it, I just wake up randomly. It's not fair. I only drank as much as you did. That's very different from what I remember. And anyway, girls have a lower tolerance than men. That doesn't help. Fine, I'll get you a glass of water. Just be careful not to trip over Hanako. I rub the sleep out of my eyes, or at least some of it, as I walk to the counter, tending to someone with a hangover isn't the way I like to spend the morning. It only takes a few seconds for the glass to fill, the clear water reflecting the silver of light that makes it through the thin curtains. It looks like Lilly's taking a seat on the side of the bed. I walk over to her while taking care to step over the peacefully sleeping Hanako and place the glass into her outstretched hands. Thank you. No problem. I take a seat next to her in the soft bed, having a surprising amount of give. Give. It gives you. She drinks slowly and methodically. A long silence passes with only Hanako's soft breathing to be heard. With some measure of guilt, I look at Lilly's face and attempt to read her expression. Her brow is furrowed and she looks to be lost in thought. For a moment I hesitate, but eventually place a hand on the shoulder in an attempt to reassure her. I didn't expect her to flinch rather noticeably at that, though. Sorry, I didn't mean to... Lilly quickly shakes her head in a manner somewhat more violent than usual for her. She takes a long breath to steady herself before letting her head sink. I must look terrible right now. I moved to protest, but quickly realized that it would be futile to do so. That said, I want her to open up more. If you want to talk about anything, I'm here. You always say like, hey, you know, okay, I feel like each time he's always pulling out that one simple sentence. If you're you want to say anything, I'm here. This definitely reminds me of a lot of animes that I've watched. The one I'm watching right now, freaking, God, that was a pain in the butt. Freaking childhood promises and like, hey, childhood promise, how are we gonna be married forever? When we're older. Promise broken. High school. Everybody's dead. And then she goes back to him and is like, what the hell? You broke the promise, and then you're like, hey, you killed my boyfriend, and since he turned, you killed him, and now I blame you because of your jealousy, and so forth. Why am I talking about this? Lilly gives herself the... I swear to God, if you guys know what I'm talking about, about that, I am not going to say anything. I'm not going to say what anime it was, but I'm pretty sure my friend knows. And if you just search up that type of stuff, then you should know. Okay, Lilly gives herself deprecating snort as if to mock her own emotions. There's just a lot happening right now. I'm sorry for being so strange recently, especially back when we were in town. Even now I'm a bit confused about everything. Did you tell her? Did you tell her? Did you tell Hanako about your plane trip? Believe me, I know how that feels. She smiles wistfully, resting a cheek on the backs of her fingers. We're a couple of broken young fools, aren't we? Come on, don't say that. Come graduation, we'll be back out into the real world. The real world. Yeah. The real world. Sometimes I surprise myself with the way I think about things. I guess the strange divorced feeling of Yamaku and the surrounding town compared to the outside world still hasn't become natural. Maybe it never will. It's strange, in hindsight, being isolated from society like this doesn't feel as bad as it possibly should. A grin on her face. Lilly seems to share the same sense of amusement at the idea. Eventually, though, her smile drops. I'll be going back to Scotland for a week or two soon. Is that why we had to reschedule Hanako's birthday party? She gives an affirmative nod. No, Hisao, because she was like, hey, we're gonna move the party to a certain date because I had to go do something on that day. Of course! If she needs to move it, then why would she just do that? Okay. I really need to stop getting off track then. You'll be able to see your family again at least. You're not looking forward to it? I haven't met my family in 6 years. I don't even know how to act around them anymore. What? Wait, what? Thank you. You basically said what I just said. My mouth hangs open as I try to process what she said. If she's 18, that means she'd have been only 12 when they left. I may have seen very little of my parents, what with them both working long hours, but I feel utterly useless as I struggle to find some way to respond. You are always useless! But why? Why did they leave? Or why are they inviting Akira and I back? Both, I suppose. My father's business has its headquarters in Scotland, and an executive position became available for him there. In the end, he had to move. He had to move permanently. My mother followed him, but Akira and I stayed in Japan for the sake of both Akira's job within the Japanese branch of my father's company and my education. As for the latter, one of my aunts is gravely sick. I'm sorry. Don't be. It feels strange, really. We're being summoned there for her, yet we've barely met before. I can't even remember the sound of her voice. Equally strange is the total lack of antipathy she feels towards her family for doing such a thing. I can't help feeling slightly humbled. That said, her wistful exterior is just hiding her emotions. Seeing her like this is depressing. This is depressing! Knowing what to do, I left myself off the bed. Lilly notices the bed's movements, her head perking up and her head reaching sideways to feel where I was. Hisao? I walk over to my bag, still leaning against the wall, unbuckling the front flap and retrieving the bag from within. I take the small, plain box in my hands. Hold your hands out, Lilly. She looks surprised for a moment, but eventually acquiesces. Oh no, don't you dare open it. Okay, so I guess should end it off here. It's almost 50 minutes. I recorded more than I should. I was planning on making this about 45 minutes, but I kind of failed at it since it's almost 50 minutes, or I guess it's going to be 50 minutes, including the outro. But as I said before, I'm gonna have the link of why I'm not gonna be uploading for the weekend, and on Monday, and on Friday, or tomorrow, and I'll have a video up before this, so you guys can look at it before I upload this, because this is going to be a reminder. A lot of my stuff are pre-recorded, so most likely this is last minute, I guess. So most likely this is why I kind of made it long a bit, so it kind of entertains you guys. But I will have playlists of other videos you guys may seem interest. So at the end, after this, in the end outro, there's some other I guess you guys could see like my other gameplays, or let's plays, so something like this, but not like visual novels, but like Kingdom Hearts and Tales of Graces, Killing Floor. I'll have those playlists up. I'll have like other playlists that I finished, maybe, if I'm not too lazy. But hopefully you guys kind of understand why I won't be able to upload on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I guess that should be it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I hope you guys have a great day. Reasonable, because I can't pronounce. It's like Hide Aki or something like that. Something like that. So Hideki, pleased to meet you, Hisao. How do you know my name? A guy's name, huh? Wait, that's a guy? What? Guess I just dodged a bullet there. He bows somewhat strange. That's a guy? He's somewhat restrained by his hand being